This has to do with a great big German tank, Tiger tank, and a little Allied tank, Sherman tank, and they had a shootout in where on the Western Front somewhere. And during the shootout, uh, the German came within an eyelash of firing a shell into the rear end of the American tank and destroying it because it was so much more powerful. It had a 88 millimeter gun on it, which is right around 4 inches diameter, and the Allied tank had a little 75 millimeter pop gun. The only way it could even hurt the German tank would be to hit it from behind where the motor was. Anyhow, it came to pass that these two met on a road. The German had gone over and hidden behind a barn, and then down the road came this little Allied tank, which was much faster than the German, but not nearly as powerful. And as they approached the barn where the German was hiding, the German revved up his motors and started to come out there and to attack, to fire a shell into the American plane. Well, lo and behold, the only chance that the commander had was to turn hard left and go in toward the barn. So the German had to turn further to get its big gun on the Allied tank. And the Allied tank just managed to get around behind the barn. And so, and then now he went around the other side, and he was going faster than the German tank, big heavyweight. And he was catching up to them, so it was getting to a point where the little Allied gun was pointed at the rear of the German. And sure enough, they went round and round the Rosie, and all of a sudden, the guy found an opening, because the American commander found an opening, fired the shell in that one sensitive spot where the engine was, blew out the engine. The 5 Germans in the tank bailed out and ran in the woods. And the GIs around there, who had been watching the battle, were rolling around on the ground laughing and joking, and because they were scared to death of the Tiger tank. The second place, it looked like there was no chance for the American until he started doing the ring around the Rosie. And it's a wonderful story, and every time the survivors of that particular battle tell it, they end up laughing and singing and joking because it turned out so wonderfully after such a narrow miss at the start of the battle.